All right, guys, so we're going to continue working on how to become experts at our characters in series books. So the last couple of weeks, we've talked about how we want to collect all the information we can about our characters. We wanted to pay attention how characters responded to problems so that we could learn some more about them. And this week, we're going to think back and notice things that are the same across different books that we've read in the series. So we've been working on Scaredy Squirrel. So we know he's scared, he never leaves his tree, but he is prepared for an emergency, right? And when I read my book last week, he got a little bit braver and now he practices jumping out of his tree every day. So we've collected a lot of information about Scaredy Squirrel, and you guys last week noticed how Scaredy Squirrel responded to his problems. And for a lot of you guys, you said that um, he started out being scared, but he got a little braver and he made some choices and made some new friends. So we want to keep collecting how our characters are responding to problems. So I wanted to bring up our Padlet so we could notice the things that are the same across the series. So here's our Padlet that you guys have been working on. And I notice as I look at our Padlet, I'm noticing that a lot of people are saying he's scared. So he was scared in this book, he was scared in this book, he was prepared, and then a couple of you guys said that he gets unscared, or the way that I put it was he is prepared or he acts brave. Okay. A couple of you guys said that Scaredy Squirrel is kind or nice. So we're noticing things that are the same about Scaredy Squirrel. No matter what book we read, there are things about Scaredy Squirrel that are always going to be the same. So he's always going to be kind of scared, and he's always going to be nice, and he's always going to be prepared for emergencies. So when we collect all this information like we're doing, we can start to see patterns. Okay, and we're going to talk some more about that next week. But because we've been working on Scaredy Squirrel a lot lately, I want to move on to a new series. We are going to move on to Pete the Cat. I know that a lot of you guys really like Pete the Cat. I really like Pete the Cat, and I think that it would be good for us to get a new series to look at. So I'm going to go through and we're going to do the same things that we've done before. We're going to collect all the information we can about Pete the Cat. We are going to notice how Pete the Cat responds to problems, okay? And we're going to write all of that down. And then you guys are going to go and you're going to read your own Pete the Cat book. And then you're gonna tell me, is Pete the Cat the same in different Pete the Cat books, or is he different in different Pete the Cat books? Okay, so that's what we're going to focus on. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need a new page in my notebook so that we can keep track of Pete the Cat. So I will put up here that this is Pete the Cat. Okay, and now we're ready to get started on our reading and keep track of our characters. So the first thing that we do is we take that preview. So I see in this one, it looks like he's a pirate. It's called Pete the Cat and the Treasure Map. So in my preview of the book, looking at the front, I might write down, maybe I'll write down he's a pirate. Okay. And let's see, let's start reading our first few pages. Captain Pete looks across Cat Cove. The sun is sparkling on the water. It's a beautiful day for an adventure. Something flies towards Captain Pete's ship. It's a parrot. So I'm noticing here it says it's a beautiful day for an adventure. That's very different than when we were reading Scaredy Squirrel, right? Scaredy Squirrel would never go on an adventure. So I'm going to write down that Pete the Cat is brave and that he likes adventure. Okay, because that is something that I can write down, and we'll see if that's true in other Pete the Cat books. Squawk, says the parrot. She gives Captain Pete a crumpled piece of paper. What is it? Asks First Mate Callie. Captain Pete looks at the paper. There's a long trail that ends with an X. It's a treasure map, he says. Treasure, says First Mate Callie. Where? On Secret Island, says Captain Pete. Let's go, says First Mate Callie. Woohoo! Cries the crew. Treasure! Swoosh, splash. Captain Pete steers the ship through the big waves. The salty wind pushes the sails. The ship is going really fast. "Good job, mateys," says Captain Pete. "We'll be there in no time." Uh-oh. Captain Pete spoke too soon. He spies something coming toward them. "What is that?" asks First Mate Kelly. A giant arm reaches up and splashes the water. It makes a wave that crashes down on Pete's boat. Kersplash! "Squawk!" cries the parrot. "Arr!" yells the crew. So here we're going to look. We want to see how Captain Pete is going to respond to this problem. Okay, so because that's going to tell us what kind of a person he is. Kersplash! Another arm comes crashing down. The crew is scared, but not Captain Pete. He knows that the monster isn't trying to scare them. He's rockin' a cool beat. Captain Pete takes out his guitar and strums. The monster rises out of the water. The crew takes cover, but the monster stops when he hears Pete playing. So I'm going to write down that he responded to that problem. He didn't get scared, and he played his guitar. So he played his guitar to help solve the problem. So that tells me that he's pretty calm. He's calm, he's cool, he's collected, he's not freaking out. He's just moving along, doing his thing. He's so chill. He nods his head along. He's not a scary sea monster. He is an awesome sea drummer. "Rock on!" says Captain Pete. "Thanks!" booms the monster. "Oh no, Captain!" shouts First Mate Callie. "A big storm is coming!" "Batten down the hatches!" says Captain Pete. Everyone gets ready for the storm. The waves toss the ship, but the crew is brave. Captain Pete has an idea. "Hey there, friend!" he yells to the sea monster. "We need some help!" The monster grabs the ship with his giant arms and gives it a great big boost. The ship moves right through the storm. "Hooray!" shouts the crew as the monster swims up to the boat. "Thanks, friend!" yells Captain Pete. "No problem," booms the monster. So I'm going to add that Pete makes lots of friends and he asks for help to solve problems. Okay, so because I learned as we were reading that, when Pete the cat had that big storm, he asked his friend for help. And that's a great strategy when you need, when something's wrong, when you're having a problem. "Land ho!" yells First Mate Callie, pointing out over the sea. All the pirates rush to look. "It's Secret Island!" says Captain Pete. On the beach, their buddy Grumpy Toad is waiting with a glittering pile of treasure. "Ahoy, mateys! You got my map!" Grumpy Toad says. "Treasure is no fun if you can't share it with your friends." The crew is so happy they do catwheels in the sand. "Thanks, Grumpy Toad!" they shout. "I think we're missing something," says Captain Pete. "Let's play some music." "What a great idea!" says Grumpy Toad. The pirates load all the treasure onto the ship. Captain Pete takes out his guitar and strums, but something is missing from his song. "Our drummer!" Captain Pete says as the sea monster pops his head above the waves. "Would you like to join my crew?" "Aye!" booms the monster. "Rock on!" Captain Pete says as the monster joins in on a rockin' pirate tune. Captain Pete's crew is complete. All the pirates sing, yo ho, a pirate's life for us. All right, so let's go back here. And here's what we've collected. So Pete the cat, in this book, he's a pirate. He's brave and he likes adventure. He didn't get scared when there was a problem, and he played his guitar to help solve it. He stayed calm. He makes lots of friends, and he asks for help to solve his problems. So those are the things that we know right now about Pete the cat. So we're going to read a few more Pete the cat books. You guys are going to do that, and let me show you what that will look like. Okay, so on the next page there's going to be a link that goes to Epic. You're going to click it, and that will take you here. You're going to log in like usual. Click on Students and Educators. Enter your class code, which is EUD7678. I'm already logged in. and then you're going to click on your own name. I don't have an account, so I'm going to need to borrow guest student's account. And then remember this mailbox up here, so you're going to click on your mailbox, and that will bring you to Pete the Cat series books. So you click on Pete the Cat, and here you go, and there will be other Pete the Cat books for you to read. You can pick any of these Pete the Cat books, and it will read it for you as well if you press the play button. Okay, if you don't see it up there, what you can do is click in this top box right here and search for Pete the Cat. If you search for Pete the Cat, then all of the Pete the Cat books will come up there too. So you're going to pick any of these Pete the Cat books you want, you're going to read it, and then you're going to go to the page where it looks like this. You're going to do your reading log. Okay, so this is a new reading log for just Pete the Cat. You're going to say, what is your name? Which book did you read? And then I want you to tell me, what was Pete like in this book? So remember, I said that in this book, Pete was brave, and he likes adventure, he stayed calm, he made lots of friends. Okay, so you're going to tell me, what was Pete like? And you can put as many answers as you want in this little box. Okay, and then tell me, was he the same as he is in the other Pete the Cat books? So you're going to tell me, was Pete the Cat still brave in your book? Did he still make a lot of friends? Did he still stay calm? Okay. Or you can read a few Pete the Cat books and tell me if he was the same no matter what. Okay. So that is your reading assignment for this week. Once all of those things are done, you are finished. Go get started on your reading.